Hey everyone, welcome back to Giovanna Designs. If this is your first time here, welcome to my channel. Hope you like it enough to stick around. If you've been here before, thank you for your patience. I know it has taken me a long time to get back on camera and I apologize for that. There's been a lot of change in the last few months for us, lots of change. We went, unfortunately I wasn't able to bank videos in preparation for this because we had to move out of our house so quickly. We only had 3 weeks, so I really had no time to be packing and moving and all that, as well as recording videos for the time that I wouldn't be able to record. So I apologize for that. If I ever move again, I'll be sure to bank videos so that this won't happen again. Anyway, like I said, lots of change happening. We're in a new city, we're in a new state, we're in a new home, in a new studio. And my hair is different. Decided to go red and dark again. I don't know if you guys know this. Actually, you don't know this because I didn't mention it. But about 2 years ago, I had a bad situation with a medication change. My doctor changed the medication on me. And we thought we were going to do something that was better than the first. Well, it made me lose half my hair. So it made my liver enzymes go through the roof and my hair fell out and it was awful. So I really felt like at that time, I've been dark all my life. Really have never, gone with, other than putting fun colors in it, haven't done anything else. But at that time, having the dark hair just made me feel like you could see through my hair. It was just too thin. And of course, having gray on top of that didn't help. So I figured, hey, we're going to go blonde, right? Why not? That'll make my hair look fuller and thicker and it'll cover the gray a little bit and it'll be great. But it never really felt like me, just didn't, when I looked in the mirror, I never loved it. And it just didn't feel like my personality and all that. And, I'm an Aries, so there's got to be some red in there somewhere. So, I decided to go back. So we're in a new place. We're in a new city. It's time for a change. Let's change up my look too. Why not? So there's a big giant wall behind me that needs to get filled. Haven't decided what I'm going to do with that yet. And we have a new addition to the family. We got a little boy. His name is Teddy, and he's super cute. And Max is getting used to him. And I hate to change this whole thing and make it into a public service announcement, but I kind of have to. Our dog Max got really, really sick. He was in the hospital for a couple of days and it cost us a couple $1,000. And I want to put a picture of the plant on the camera right now because I want you to see what happened. This lovely looking plant is called oleander and it's super, super dangerous. It almost killed him. We don't know whether he ate a whole leaf or just a pod or what he ate, but at some point in the first few days of living in this home, he ate something, which got him really, really sick. And we took him to the vet just thinking he had an upset stomach, and it ended up his liver enzymes were 6,000s when they're supposed to be in like the 100s. So it was very dangerous for him. If you have this plant anywhere in your home or around your home, rip it out. It's not worth the pretty flowers that it results. Like I said, it's toxic to dogs. It's toxic to all animals. Horses have died from eating this thing, including children. It's toxic to children. So the oils from the plant, if they go in and rub it on and then rub it on their face, they can get huge rashes and it's not worth it. So anyway, just wanted to give you that little tip. If you do have that plant in your yard, be super careful of it. But our Max is home now and he's doing great. Of course, this happened right before we had planned to go get the puppy. So that was a little, nerve-wracking. We weren't sure if we should have the puppy at that moment, but the vet said it would be good for him. And they're becoming friends. Let's put it that way. They're playing together. They're getting used to each other. Max is about 4 years old. So he's not real happy about the invasion of his space by this little, nutcase who's running around biting everything. But he enjoys playing with him at the same time and roughhousing with him. So they're being really, really cute together. So anyway, getting back to the painting thing, what are we doing today? So unfortunately, I had a very frustrating day making this painting. I have to be honest with you. It's already been made, but the day was so bad that I just said, I'm not making an intro today. I can't just talk to the camera and be myself. I'm just too angry right now. My lovely, lovely red hair dryer of a year has died. Let's all have a moment of silence. This thing has been with me since the very, very beginning, and I've loved it ever since then. And trying to find a new one that's just like it is practically impossible. So that's going to be interesting. I'm going to do a hairdryer review video because I bought a whole bunch of them and none of them have been quite right. So I'll show you what the difference is between them and why it makes such a big difference in the result of your painting. But anyway, so my hairdryer died So I could not do the painting that I intended to do, which was going to be a diptych Dutch pour side by side, really beautiful grays and lavenders for my friend Lori. She just bought a house here in Henderson, which is the next town over, and she asked me to do a couple of commission pieces for that home. So I had to scrap that whole plan and reset and do one of the pieces that I had planned on doing, just a brushstroke piece. But instead of doing that, I wanted a more industrial, masculine, linear feel to it. So I used a catalyst wedge. And if you don't know what that is, it's soaking, so I can't show you right now. It's this little silicone bar. It looks like a bar of soap. That's got, you know, points in different angles on each edge of it. So you can scrape the paint into the position that you want it to be in. It's really a lot of fun to work with, I have to tell you. And you can do swoops with it, or straight lines, or, you know, you can actually throw a bunch of paint on the canvas and then carve out, you know, a negative space with it. So it's really very interesting. But I am doing a huge 3 foot by 3 foot piece for this, and it came out great. I absolutely love it. A lot of PrizmPour colors there. I'm gonna list the colors as we go. Okay, so I decided to just put some music on in the background and speed this up a little bit so that you can see exactly what I'm doing, but you don't have to watch every single second of it. And that's that. So enjoy the show, and I will see you for the reveal.
This could be good for me. Lately I was feeling like I need a purpose. But when you talk to me, give me the impression that I won't scratch your surface. And I could walk for days, searching for your praise. But is it even there to find? Is there a chance for me to clean your memories? Will I slowly lose my mind? 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 Lost in your maze, stuck in your gaze. How can I get out? I'm out of time to make you mine. Baby, show me how. Will I slowly lose my mind? 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 Will good for me. Lately I was feeling like I need a purpose. But when you talk to me, give me the impression that I won't scratch your surface. And I could walk for days, searching for your praise. But is it even there to find? Is there a chance for me to clean your memories? Will I slowly lose my mind? 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 Lost in your maze, stuck in your gaze. How can I get out? I'm out of time to make you mine. Baby, show me how. Will I slowly lose my mind? 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 This could be good for me. Lately I was feeling like I need a purpose. But when you talk to me, give me the impression that I won't scratch your surface. And I could walk for days, searching for your praise. But is it even there to find? Is there a chance for me to clean your memories? Will I slowly lose my mind? Will I slowly lose my mind? Will I slowly lose my mind? Will I slowly lose my mind?
So here's the final result. Isn't it pretty? So unfortunately, my camera is showing the pewter as like a hard gray, and it's really not. And it's not that blue. It's got a bluish, feel to it, an undertone to it, but it's not that blue. And I wanted to give you a couple of close-ups for just the sparkle effect. Look at that gorgeousness. The PrizmPour colors now, in comparison, the DecoArt, if you see that pewter, is beautiful. And it's very shiny and metallic, but it doesn't have that glittery effect that the PrizmPour is known for. It's just absolutely gorgeous. And that's the copper, the burnished copper. The Egyptian coin is this gold down here. Look at that, isn't that beautiful? So we've got a real dark, mysterious piece with some beautiful metallic elements to it. I feel like using that catalyst wedge just really gives you, you get areas like this with that sort of shape to it that you really can't make with a brush. Any sort of harder surface as you swipe over gets you those real clean lines, which is just so pretty and such a very, I don't know if I'd call it pretty in this piece. This piece is very masculine, so I don't know if I'd call it pretty, but yeah, it's got just a really interesting effect to it. And what I found was that as I was going over and trying to make the different lines, what I was doing and what I started off doing down here on the bottom was going up and down as I was placing my paints before swiping side to side. And then I don't know if you noticed, but I sort of switched that up. And as I was placing the paints before swiping with the catalyst wedge, I went side to side. Made a very big difference in having to work the paint a little bit less. So I was able to get more of a organic swipes, if you want to call them that. I didn't have to work them so much. But, and I don't know if you can tell, you've got that little hint of the brown in the black and the metallic in the background. It's more of a gray black, the background, because I really wanted the black stripes on top to sort of pop off of it. So I made that real earthy and much more subdued so that the metallics could really jump off of the background. Gosh, the pewter's looking almost baby blue in the camera. It's really hard sometimes to get the right color on the camera, unfortunately, but you get the idea. Got the overall concept. And I do think that putting the lightness behind, the Titan buff is the first color down, really also allowed those metallics to jump off of the page there. So I'm super pleased with it. I've already shown it to Lori and she loves it. So I'm excited about that. I'm excited to see it in her home. She's going to be using this as a rental property, so she wants a different feeling for every room. So we're going to be doing some interesting pieces for the rest of the house, and I'll be showing you all of those as well. So if you're interested in picking up any of these PrizmPour paints or anything else from the colourarte website, don't forget to use my code. It's Giovanna620, all with A's and lowercase. And that will get you 20% off of the entire website. There's also some really interesting things coming up soon. Leslie sent me a goodie package that I wanted to open up with you guys. Some more PrizmPour colors, some new packaging, and then there's some more pigments coming up soon too. And some really interesting pigments that can go in both paint and resin. So stay tuned for those. All right, if you want to see any of my other work, you can visit my Instagram at Giovanna Designs. And if you're interested in commissioning any pieces, or if you have any questions, feel free to email me, giovannadesigns@gmail.com. Thank you so much, everybody, for hanging out with me tonight. I hope you enjoyed this piece, and I will see you again next time. Thanks, guys. Bye.